great show lined up for you today. To start with, we are going to be making some deer jerky. Now, I had a lot of folks call in and say, Tom, we want to hear more about your jerky recipe. So we're going to do that. But before we do that, we are going to cook a turkey breast in a rotisserie oven. Something a little bit different. If you've always made your turkey in the oven, baked it all night, or went through whatever rituals that you go through, and I sure wouldn't want to take anything away from anyone's Thanksgiving ritual, but this might give you an idea for an easy way to have some great grub on Thanksgiving Day. Today we're going to be talking about turkeys. No, I'm not talking about Tracy's family. I'm talking about a turkey that we're going to cook for Thanksgiving. Now, everyone is familiar with traditional roasting a turkey. When I was probably 4 years old, I started spending the nights at my aunt's house. I call her my aunt, she's my grandmother. When I was just a little boy, and she would take me through the steps of cooking turkey. And I cooked my first Thanksgiving dinner complete with apple pie and pumpkin pie when I was 14 years old. And today we're going to work on some of the more non-traditional methods of cooking a turkey.
All right.
Now, what non-traditional method could you think of right off the hand, Trace?
Let's see. A lay roaster.
A rotisserie oven.
A rotisserie oven.
The one thing you want to be real sure to do before you put a piece of meat in this rotisserie oven is you have got to do something to keep that meat moist, because a piece of meat like this is just a turkey breast will come out fairly dry, especially if you cook it to 170 degrees down into the center of that turkey. So the first thing we're going to do is do something to this turkey to add a little moisture to it. Tracy, would you give me that chicken broth, please? Now, you may have traditionally seen people inject turkeys with, and we should have a marinade needle. You'll have to forgive us, we didn't have one this morning. So I'm improvising. And you may have seen people inject, eject, whatever. I guess that's inject. Inject.
So sort of like NASCAR, we're going to use injectors.
Marinade with a hypodermic needle. The only difference is we're going to be injecting broth. And this is nothing but chicken broth. Just like you put in chicken soup or something. And we're going to just
keep it from drying out, right?
Keep it from get that shoved right up in this thing. Like that. No. There we go.
There we go.
And we'll just
inject
give that a little shove there, a little bit over here. Then let's come over here where they can see it real good. We'll stick that right down there. See how easy that goes in there? Yeah. And put a little in there. And see how easy that
was easy. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's imperative to keep it from drying out.
And we'll force some of that in there. But now we're going to take another step also. This is not going to be the only thing that we do. Now, would you bring me that bacon, please? We're going to take this bacon, about 3 slices of bacon. You can take the rest of that back. I'm going to take this, and I am going to wrap this just like that around that turkey breast. Trace, if you would, hold on to that just a minute. And as this thing cooks, this bacon is going to add some moisture to it. Now, of course, that's not going to just hang there on its own. So we've got some of these little elastic straps that we're going to persuade this bacon to stay in place with. Just like this.
Some more right here?
Yeah, a couple, 3 more of them probably. Now, if you've never cooked a bird or anything in one of these ovens, one thing that I want to point out to you, you'll hear them say in the commercials, just set it and forget it. That don't mean walk out in the yard and go to mowing the grass. All it means is basically you don't have to look at it but every 15 or 20 minutes, but you need to look at it anytime, especially that you're putting pork, and that's what bacon is. It's got a lot of grease to it. Around something that's getting that hot, you could have a fire. So you wouldn't just set this thing and walk off from it like they say and forget it. Or you could come back and not have a kitchen. Now, what we'll do is we're gonna let Tracy get rid of that dirty empty tube and see if we can get this thing loaded up in here. Now while this thing is cooking, Trace, what other methods of cooking a turkey would you like to explore today?
Tom, all I hear about is these deep frying a turkey.
Deep frying a turkey.
You know, you put it in that fryer and you see them everywhere. I seen it when we were getting these supplies, a new fryer. Do you like doing them that way? Have you done?
I like it, and I've got a deep fryer.
Oh well. So
and
let it cook.
We're going to be doing that a little bit later.
Fry.
Lay fry. Lay fry, chef. Short order cook. You notice I'm not quite as quick at that as the fella in the commercials. We'll just slide that thing in there into place. Just like that. Now, you want to give it about 12 minutes a pound. And this is a 6-pound turkey breast. So, how long would that come up to, Trace?
I went to Lynn
12? Oh, he went to Lynn View.
A little over an hour, I guess, or something. I don't know.
I think it comes up to about 68 minutes.
Yeah, sounds right.
Sounds right. Good. So we'll set this thing for 68 minutes. Shut this up. Then I'll just walk off screen here like I know what I'm doing. And set this for what I perceive to be a little bit over an hour. And I got it a little off center.
A little off center. It's got a little round spot in it, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing, I believe.
Okay, now that's got that thing set. So we're gonna sort of do what he says. We'll set it and forget about it for a few minutes. One word of warning, if you have any small ones in the house, you want to be really careful with these rotisserie ovens. They do become very hot on the outside and it'd be easy to be burnt. And we'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
All right, folks, listen up. Now, it's come to my attention that you people ain't watching the Tom Richards fishing show. Why, that's a shame is what it is. No, it's a crime. Now, if you don't start watching me and the Blue Steel Baby, we're going to take care of business. This is Checkpoint Chicky. Over and out.
This is just about as good as it gets. Good fishing, good friends, and the great outdoors. Don't touch that dial. Tom will be right back.
Hi, we're the Chapins. I'm Karen, and this is Perry, and this is our newest granddaughter, Keely. And we would like to take this opportunity to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Merry Christmas! Oh, Merry Christmas, Keely.
One quick word to the wise. If you have small children in your household, you'll want to keep a real close watch on them while you're using your rotisserie oven because they do become extremely heated on the outside and it'd be really easy for a child to be burned. Quick tip, if your turkey's drying out or you're having trouble, you just think it might be dry, be sure and baste it with drippings out of the drip pan while it's cooking. And when you're finished cooking it, if you find out that it is dry, then all you need to do, don't panic, submerge that turkey for a few minutes in some chicken broth and it'll rehydrate, be some great eating. Hey, I just heard a ding. Tells me our turkey's done. So if you would hand me them big thick gloves. And you do want to be sure, these come with these units when you buy them. Now let me tell you, they do get hot. All right, like a sturgeon. No, that's a sturgeon.
Sturgeon.
Sturgeon's a big fish. Well, let me get around here and get this thing out. I think I'll walk around to the front. All this highly coordinated. Whew. I hope this thing works. Let it cool off for a minute. Then we'll slice it.
Tell you what, that smells incredible. I've never had, I've eaten rotisserie chicken at Texas Roadhouse in a couple places, but this looks really good.
And that ought to about have her cut up there. Cut off one of the little, ooh, still hot, Trace. Try a nibble. Watch it warm.
Look at that. Oh yeah. Moist. I'm telling you, Tom, that is.
Bacon really makes a big difference.
Yeah.
The bacon and the broth together, if you get a chance, I guarantee you're going to love this. Now, you were telling me you had to head out somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to finish all this by myself.
Yep. You're going to make some deer jerky. Tom, I appreciate you.
Okay, the first step on making deer jerky, of course, was to get the meat off the bone. I've cut it up into small chunks that'll be suitable for jerky. And a piece like that right there, that's about 1/4 of an inch to maybe, in places, almost a 1/2 inch thick. But those will come out just right for making jerky. So I've got it cut up into several chunks like that. What we're going to do here is we're going to add equal parts of soy sauce. Brand doesn't matter. I've got, I walked through the soy sauce aisle and picked up the cheapest soy sauce I could find. That's what I always do. You don't have to spend a lot of money on this stuff. It's all the same thing. Briny vinegar. The two most important things, teriyaki marinade and sauce. And like I said, I put equal parts of soy sauce and teriyaki. And again, it doesn't matter what brand. If you've got a favorite brand, then by all means use that. Ooh, made a little mess. Glad they got a cleaning lady comes in Sundays and cleans up. Then we want to put a little bit of garlic powder, and not too much. All of these things are according to the way you like it. The thing to remember about making jerky is there is no bad way to make it. It's the way you like for it to taste. You can mess with the recipe. You can put garlic in it. You can roast garlic and put real garlic cloves in it. You can put orange slices in it, apple pieces. You can put lots of different things, Texas Pete, Tabasco sauce. Whatever your taste preference runs toward, that's the way you want to fix your jerky. And I mess with it. Don't be afraid to experiment. If there's something on the table that you want to try out, try it. Because I have found somebody who's going to like it. The worst jerky I've ever made for my taste. I've had people tell me they thought it was great. So just cut your deer jerky up. All this is front quarter. Don't waste any of that deer. That deer meat is too good. This deer jerky, this meat is going to come off of a 10-point buck that's I don't know how many years old, the same one we just got through eating tenderloin on. And the key to this is how you slice it, how you age and slice your meat. That meat that I just cooked a while ago with Tracy had aged for several days outside. But now, we just set for a while. We let that set like that and marinate for a couple hours while we do some editing. And we'll come back and that'll be ready to put in the smoker and make some great jerky. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hi, we're the Chapins. I'm Karen and this is Perry and this is our newest granddaughter Keely. And we would like to take this opportunity to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Merry Christmas! Oh, Merry Christmas, Keely.
Now, our meat has been marinating for several hours. The longer you leave it, the better the flavor will be. Now, normally I would drain the fluid off of this, but to be honest with you, this stuff is still usable. So I have a whole lot of jerky I'm going to be making. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start taking it out, leave the juices behind, and start loading this thing up, and I'll make more jerky with the juices later. And we'll just get them out, start putting them on. Oops. I've got one panel here. I'll show you this right quick. The way I do this, I set one of these on here. Then you've got this little catch basin, I guess you'd refer to it as. Then put your first shelf that you're going to put meat on the rack. That way, that little catch basin will catch the drip off, run off, whatever you want to call it. And we just put those on there just like that. Start putting them on till she's full. And that just about fills that up. So we've got 2 trays of meat, and we'll set that extra tray over out of our way. Don't put any trays on it that you're not using, that you don't have meat on. It will increase the amount of time that it has to cook. We put our top on, make sure it has a good seal. Then turn it on, and I'm guessing that it will be about 4.5 hours, and we'll be able to come back and have some jerky ready. The good thing about this is that even as long as this has been on several hours now, about 3 to be exact, it has not heated up to the point you couldn't touch it. So if you have young children, you don't have to worry about them very much. You don't have to worry about them getting burned by a dehydrator. That's a very positive thing about making the jerky. We cut this off, and I'm going to take the top layer off and make sure that it's equally done on with both layers. I usually put the thicker pieces up on top because, as you know, heat will be high. A lot of people think heat rises. Heat does not rise. Cool air falls and pushes warm air to the top. I don't know what brought that out. I saw that on the Discovery Channel. Anyway, let's give this a try. Oh, Tracy, you should be here now, buddy. I'll tell you, this stuff is great. If you have any questions, the last time we ran a show with jerky, we had all kinds of people calling weeks after that. Run the jerky show again, run the jerky show again. I want to know more about it. If you have any questions at all you want to ask about jerky,
Hi, we're the Chapins. I'm Karen, and this is Perry, and this is our newest granddaughter, Keely.